Hi friends, welcome to Guru Maths Theory. We'll be focusing only on theory in this video. Problems we have already covered in this app, Guru Maths Olympiad IMO app, available on the Play Store. You can download that app. All the problems, simple as well as the toughest ones, are covered in this app. Basically, it is useful for CBSE, ICSE, state boards, all the state boards, and anyone who deals in maths. So it's for everyone and anyone. So let's focus on theory in this video. Let's start. Ratio and proportion. Basically, what is ratio and what is proportion? See, a ratio means what? It is a comparison of quantity with respect to another quantity. Means when two quantities are compared, then it's called as a ratio. And what is proportion? If two ratios are equal, then they are said to be in proportion. Means they should be equal. We'll study that. Let's start. What is the golden ratio? See here. Two quantities are in golden ratio. If their ratios are same, listen to it carefully. If their ratios is same as the ratio of their sum to the larger of the two quantities. Remember this. See this. A ratio of their sum. This is part 1. To the larger of the two quantities, means larger of the two quantities, two numbers, that ratio with the ratio of their sum. Let's see how. Let's start with 0 and 1. See this, 0, 1. So sum of these two is 1. So ratio of 1 means with the greatest of these two. So 1. So first take the greatest number, then the sum. So 1 is to 1. Now again go forward. 1 plus 1 is 2. So greatest of 1 and 1 is 1 only. So take 1 over here. So 1 is to 2 ratio. Now 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is sum now, and greatest of 1 and 2 is 2. So 2 is to 3 ratio. 2 plus 3 is 5. So greatest of 2 and 3 is 3. So 3 is to 5. 3 upon 5. This way you go on and on and on. This is called as Fibonacci series. This is very useful in various mathematical calculations. If two numbers A and B are in golden ratio, then A plus BA equals to AB. Okay, means this ratio. It is approximately equal to 1.618. This is very important number for Fibonacci series. Okay, ratio. So the ratio is comparison of a quantity with respect to another quantity. Two quantities are compared. Now what are the important points then? It is denoted by colon, these two dots. Now two quantities can be compared only if they are in the same unit. This is very important, same unit. Otherwise what happens? How can you compare kg with liters or kg with meters? You can compare kg with kg, meters with meters, liters with liters, kilometers with kilometers. You can't even compare kilometers with meters, right? They need to be in the same unit. For example, father's age is 75 years, daughter's age is 25 years. Compare the ages. So father is to daughter, F is to D, means upon D we call it. So 75 upon 25, or we write it is to. So 75 is to 25. So 25 1 the 25 3s. 3 is to 1 will be the ratio. You try it yourself over here. See this ratio. Father is to daughter. 75 is to 25. 3 is to 1. That is the ratio. Means 25 1 the 25 3s. Bring it to the lowest form. So what is the difference between fractions and ratios? Both look like the same only. See here. A fraction describes a part of a whole and its denominator represents the total number of parts. Means what? When you write 3 upon 13 in a fraction, it means what? Total parts are 13 and out of that 3 are taken, right? That's the meaning. Say this, 1 upon 2 means what? There are 2 parts and out of them 1 is selected, colored. 1 upon 3, there are 3 parts and out of them 1 is colored. 1 upon 4, there are 4 parts and out of that 1 is colored. That is the meaning of fraction. Denominator represents total number of parts, whereas in ratios it's different. A ratio is a comparison of two different quantities. It has nothing to do with total number of parts or whatever, how many parts are selected, nothing. It's only comparison of two different quantities. For example, in a society, 10 people like driving, 20 people like swimming, and total number of people in the society is 30. So, ratio of number of people liking driving to total number of people is 10 is to 30. Then liking swimming to total number of people liking driving is 20 is to 10. Means here one way we are comparing total numbers, one way we are comparing swimming to driving. Means it's simply a comparison of two different quantities. It can be anything, total number, swimming, driving, liking the tea, whatever it may be. Same ratios in different situations. Means what? Ratios can be same in different situations. Means what? Weight of tomatoes to weight of potatoes equals to, let's say, 50 is to 100. So that becomes 50 1s and 2s, 1 is to 2. Similarly, weight of Raju to weight of Ramesh equals to 50 is to 100. Or Raju ran 50 meters, Ramesh ran 100 meters. So 50 is to 100. Again, that means this number can be same in any ratio. Only they should be in the same unit, weight, meters, that way. Comparing quantities using ratios. Quantities can be compared using ratios subject to, see this, these two quantities can be compared subject to what? What is the important condition? They should be in the same units. Only then they can be compared. Equivalent ratios. When the ratios are equal, then these ratios are called equivalent ratios. Ratios are equal means what? See here. Let's say these two examples again. Weight of tomatoes to weight of potatoes, 50 is to 100. That's why it's 1 is to 2. Weight of Raju to weight of Ramesh, 500 is to 1000. That's why it's 1 upon 2. 1 is to 2. See here, both the quantities are different, but the ratios are same. Means what? Suppose even if it would have been 200 over here and 400 over here, then also it would have been 1 is to 2 only. It means what? Equivalent ratios means the quantities can be different, but they need to be in the same proportion. Okay? See this, 10 is to 30, 1 is to 3, 11 is to 33, 1 is to 3. So both are equivalent. Equivalent ratios can be obtained by multiplying and dividing the numerator and denominator with the same number. Right? Dividing by with the same number, 10 divided by 3 everywhere. So you get this 1 is to 3, divided by 11 everywhere, you get 1 is to 3. Okay? So next, how to use these ratios to find the value of something. Means let's say, let's see the example only. The method in which first we find the value of one unit and then the value of required number of units is called unitary. Means what? You convert everything to 1 first and then convert it to the required number of units. Means what? Let's see. Cost of 2 shirts in the shop is rupees 200. What will be the cost of 5 shirts? Okay. So how will you do it? First what you do is 2 shirts 200. So 1 shirt will be 100. Then 5 shirts would be 1 into 5. So 500. Means what have you done? 2 shirts 200. You have found cost of 1 shirt. So that is 100. And then you have found out 5 shirts. Means you have converted it to 1. That's why it's called as unitary. Convert everything to 1. Find the cost of 1 first and then multiply it with the number of units. You will understand all these things better when you solve the problems given in this app. We have already solved it. You follow that app so that you can get the guidance also. All the difficult as well as easy problems are solved in this. They are useful for CBSE, ICSE and various state boards. Means anyone who deals in maths. So what are proportions? If two ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. Means what? How they are shown? See here, symbol is 2 colons. Means 2 dots 2 times or equals to. Both can be used. So ratio of 2 is to 3 and 6 is to 9 is what? See here, 2 is to 3 and 6 is to 9 means what? 3 2s and 3 3s means again it is 2 is to 3. So 2 is to 3 is 2. See here, 2 dots 2 times. 6 is to 9. Or you can write it 2 is to 3 equals to 6 is to 9. Means both the things are same. 2 colons or equal to. Both the things are same. So that's why it's called as proportion. How to use these ratios and proportions? See here. Suppose if we'll see this example. Suppose if a man travels 80 kilometers in 2 hours, how much time will it take to travel 40 kilometers? See here. Means what? in 2 hours is traveling 80 kilometers. Means what are you doing actually? You are converting it to unitary now. 2 hours 80 kilometers. So 1 hour how much? So that is 40 kilometers. If x is the required time, then the proportion is what? X is to 2 equals to 40 is to x. We don't know x. We have to find out x because we require 40. So x upon 80 upon 2 equals to 40 upon x. So solve it for x. X on other side, cross multiply, and then you get x equals to 1 hour. So the man will take 1 hour to complete 40 kilometers. So that is the use of ratio and proportion. This was a simple problem. You could solve it easily without even referring to everything. But there are difficult problems which come in our life, come in mathematics, and that time you require all these logics. Okay. So that was a theory regarding ratio and proportions. We have problems as well as theory covered in this app, Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad app, available at Play Store. You can download that app. All the problems related to CBSE, ICSE and State Board, difficult ones, easy ones, everything is solved over there. Kindly download that and follow. All those costly tuitions, they are gone because of these. You can follow it at home and you can immediately solve them. Download this app from Play Store to get these videos, tests, question banks with explanations directly on your mobile. Get 500 plus questions with explanations and case studies on your PC. It's a separate paid version. Follow us on Facebook on this link. WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. So keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.